Hello! Beer from DEYA. My phone is on snooze. So this is a raspberry Berliner Weisse, 3.5% ABV. Yeah, 500ml can from DEYA out of Cheltenham. And yeah, I've had this beer probably about a month or so. This one was canned on the 18th of June of 2020. Best before the 18th of June 2021. So yeah. It's one of the ones I haven't actually had from them before, so I've seen it about. They've had this a year or two. Different releases, maybe a bit longer. But yeah, good old little Swift in Margate. Got this one while we was in lockdown. And of course the weather in the last few days, or while I've been reviewing these sort of beers out here. Look at the colour of that. So it's brewed with, is it 500 kilos of raspberry puree? Wow, that's bright. Check out that kind of roseate head. Don't know if that's coming across on the camera, but let me just put this down and show you from a different angle maybe, I don't know. Proper messy garden as well, so. But yeah, really pulpy looking. I'm getting hints of that raspberry already, just wafting in the air. But yeah, a real kind of bright cranberry raspberry sort of colour. The head's dissipated now down to just below one finger head. It was like a finger and a half. Tightly packed bubbles there, but they're popping quite quickly on that one. So yeah, just getting aroma then on this crazy coloured beer. Oh wow, yeah. I'm always getting like a it's like a raspberry sorbet almost. It's all about the breeze. Just decided to pick up. Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of sweetness as well going on with this. It's coming across sweet. There's going to be loads of flies around this. Being outside. A bit cooler than the other day when I done the Aroma beers. That was a couple of days ago, so but it's still very pleasant. Yeah, raspberry. Getting that kind of raspberry, almost pip type. Raspberry jam, that kind of thing. Let's go in. Cheers. Oh, that's very nice. That's refreshing as well. Not crazy on tartness from the raspberries. And they said strawberries. But yeah, another beer from DEYA, and certainly my first sour of any kind of type from them. It's all juice bombs generally, of course, but this is very nice, very smooth. Sharpness right at the front, slight tartness but not crazy. It's a nice beer, it really is. This can's going to blow away in a minute. Put it up there. Oh, very sherbety on towards the back end, getting that residual raspberry puree on the palate. Had a conversation about this on one of the hangouts recently about how, or I might have been another review that I've done with one of the Aroma beers, raspberries. Is it wild grown raspberries? Is it farmed raspberries? Is it puree? And considering this is a pureed raspberry, was it say 500 kilos of raspberry puree? Flavoured, it says. Flavoured puree. Flavoured raspberry puree. So it's not the real kind of deal. I mean, it would cost a lot more, I would imagine, if it had been with fresh raspberries. And not being a brewer myself, how would that affect? Does that keep the fruit flavour during the boil and all that sort of thing? You know, will it ferment all that out with natural raspberries? Or have they got lactose in this? I don't know. I'll see what it says on the can. Just says a tart jammy with a beautiful balance of sweetness and sour, which is pretty much what, you know, it really. I'd say more of a tartness with sweetness. Snooze is complex yet refreshing, quenching. This is exactly it. Please keep this can refrigerated to preserve the flavour profile intended. This beer is vegan friendly, unfiltered, unpasteurised, unfined, naturally soft, hazy and juicy. We've gone through everything else there. Brewed and canned at DEYA Brewing Co. Yada yada yada, Cheltenham. Twitter, Instagram, and then Facebook as well as their DEYABrewing.com as a website. So check them out. I've had a fair few beers from them this year, so decent playlist down below after this if you fancy watching a few more from this brewery. Yeah, I'd say probably one of the dozen best breweries I've ever tried for sure. In terms of a rating for me on this then, very nice beer, 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5 on the Untapped scale for sure. Let's see what Untapped say then. This had 2,172 total check-ins, 325 in the last 30 days. And then it's had 1,740 ratings of this beer, then it's coming in at 3.86. 46 people who I know have or follow on Untapped have had this one at 4.01. So let me know if I've had this one before. My phone's on Snooze, Raspberry Berliner Weisse. Thanks for watching then, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.